it's Spence, the evil genius from Witch of the Laboratory with your lab secrets tip of the day. Okay, we're back here for the bonus, part 3 of 2 on how to use CSS and Firebug to style your navigation menu on Social Go. And one of the things I love, the beauty of the internet, and specifically this new style we're using this year, is while I am making and posting these videos, during that actual process, I got a great tweet that came in from Brian Terry, who asks, do you have a video that shows how to add a custom header image to a network? So I'm going to fold that question's response into this as well. So in the previous 2 tutorials, I showed you how to find the navigation menu. I identified for you that we have an unordered list where each tab item has a unique element ID with its own name. And I also showed you the concept of the class being something that we can use with this name nav selected to make the selected tab of the page we're on be a different style than all the rest of the list items. And in the last episode or tutorial, I showed you how to change the color and the border on that. In this tutorial, before I get to Brian's answer, I'm going to real quick show you that you can affect any of the other attributes right here within this range. So again, if I highlight navigation wrapper, I see that this is affected. On the right side is the CSS that lets me affect things, for example, like the background color. Let's say I wanted to change that background of the whole navigation menu from black, which is all zeros, to white, which is all Fs. Ta-da, that's it right there. What if I wanted to, for example, make it higher or lower? In this case, there's an element ID called margin top. And if I change the attribute from -43 to something less, I am effectively reducing the amount of top margin spacing that I had put it. I can go the other direction too. By using my up and down arrow keys, I can adjust this exactly the way I want it. And that leads into what I want to show you real quick. If I go to my standard setup for Social Go, and I want to go ahead here into the admin center, this actually is not even a premium site, this is the old school standard site. In the network designer, I can go ahead and upload an image. So here I've got a sample network, and I'm going to go over here where it says header image in the network designer. Click on upload, and I've got something here called tutorial JPEG, which is sized to 975 pixels wide by approximately 130 pixels high. Click Save Changes. Now let's do a little magic here with CSS to make this a perfect fit. That's how you upload the image to Social Go. Now when I go back here to this site, I'm going to reload the page. Adjust this down a little bit so you can see it better. Okay, we now see that I've got the new background image in place, and the problem is 2 things. First of all, I've got this network title that I want to get rid of. So I'm going to right click on that network title and choose Inspect Element. And here basically this is a rollover. It's a link, which is divide header H1 and then A. A is always when you have a URL link. What I want to do to make that disappear but not really compress the space is reduce this font size from 35 pixels to 0 pixels. And when I do, it's gone. But yet realistically, it's still in place in the HTML, so it doesn't cause anything to compress. Now, next thing is I want to tweak this menu. It's a little low. I'd like to bring it up to that line. So again, I right click anywhere on the navigation menu to get into the range. And now I'm in the range. I can roll over, and here we go, navigation wrapper, margin top. I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to use the up and down arrows. In this case, the down arrows. I'm going to bring that up. You see that, how I brought it up? And then last but not least, I'm not really thrilled with the space there. There's a little bit too much space. So the next thing I'm going to do is try to see if I can reduce the bottom margin. So I'm going to add a new element here by double clicking, margin bottom, and I'm going to put in a figure to start with, like -10 pixels. And then again, I can bring this up. And what I've effectively just done in 3 easy steps, and I have 5 seconds left, is showing you how to add the new title image, adjust it, and get it all lined up. More in the next tutorial.